My beloved child, listen closely, heaven has sent me to you at this exact moment. This is no accident, no coincidence, no random scroll. Your miracle has arrived, and Archangel Michael says, do not let them skip this, do not let them miss this, they must stay until the end. But now listen deeper, the trembling in your spirit isn't fear, it's recognition. It's the truth your soul has carried since before you were born. Your angel has been fighting a long time for this moment, shielding a blessing that was not ready to be released until now. And the second your eyes touched these words, something ancient began to unlock. This message isn't just a message, it's an opening, a doorway, a shift. Michael says your waiting season has reached its last page. The silence you endured wasn't neglect, it was heaven preparing the right timing. Your tears weren't ignored, they were recorded. And the answer that once seemed delayed, is now stepping into your life like a long-awaited sunrise, breaking through. But here comes the warning, wrapped in clarity. The enemy will try to distort this feeling, they'll whisper, you're imagining it, this is nothing, don't believe it. But your spirit knows better, the chills on your arms, the pressure lifting from your chest, the sudden calm settling inside you, these are internal confirmations, not fantasy. Pause and consider this, why today, why this exact moment? Because heaven aligns things with precision, not early, not late, only when your heart is ready. And right now, heaven sees you finally standing in the posture where you can receive, without fear, without hesitation. God says, I refuse to let you walk blind. I refuse to let you miss what carries your name. His word is in your hands, His truth in your ears, His fire warming your ribcage. This is personal, not general, not vague, personal. Because this blessing was crafted for you, and guarded with intensity. So do not move, do not drift away, what you are about to hear has been prayed for by generations before you. Heaven has waited for you to awaken into this moment. Michael's voice softens now, he says, your heart has been heavier than you admitted. The quiet battles nearly broke you. The delays made you question your worth. But heaven says every delay was protection, every no was alignment, every closed door was redirecting you toward this release. And now the release stands at your threshold. If anything in you stirs, your breath, your heartbeat, your memory, trust it. That stirring is a spiritual signal, stay until the end. Not because of pressure, but because heaven wants your spirit steady enough to receive the full message, without interruption. This is not comfort, this is activation. Michael says, stand still and receive. The angels have cleared the way, your atmosphere has already changed, even if your surroundings look the same. Every step you take after this will feel different, because something invisible has shifted in your favor. This miracle isn't vague or shapeless, it's precise, it carries details, timing, direction, clarity. It may appear as a conversation, a reconciliation, an opportunity, a document, a deposit, an open door, or a health breakthrough. But its form will match your deepest need. Something long blocked is beginning to loosen. But guard this moment with wisdom, Michael whispers. People will try to reduce what heaven is magnifying, doubt will attempt to shrink what God is expanding. Protect this moment, the way you protect a fragile flame. Speak gently, move wisely, avoid sharing prematurely, let heaven complete what humans can't handle. Confirmations will echo through your day, a number you keep noticing, a name resurfacing, a small kindness arriving at the perfect time. These are not accidents, they are signals. When they come, don't second-guess them. Some of you will feel a sudden lightness, a release like pressure leaving your ribs. Others will feel intensity, like your heart is waking up after being numb. Both are sacred, both mean the atmosphere is shifting. Now hear this clearly, someone in your circle has been holding back truth, intentionally or out of fear. Something tied to your inheritance, your justice, or your next chapter, has been misplaced, delayed, or quietly restrained. But heaven is untangling it. The chain that kept it still is loosening, doors that were locked without reason will begin to open. Michael says, this is reclamation. What drifted from you returns, what was hidden comes to light. You don't need to chase it, stand in your place of peace, and let alignment do its work. Say these words softly tonight, and again when you rise, I am ready, I receive, I will not be rushed or robbed. Let this be your anchor. But be alert, the enemy loves distraction. They will throw urgent demands, emotional drains, and false opportunities your way. A person may pull at you with intensity, but offer no peace. A situation may promise speed, but deliver confusion. Michael commands, do not say yes to anything that steals your peace. Peace is your compass, follow it ruthlessly. Your loved one who passed, draws near in this moment of alignment. Their presence is subtle but real, a memory, a scent, a note of familiarity. They rejoice because they see from above what you can't yet see below. Their joy is the warmth rising in your spirit right now. And heaven declares with certainty, this is the turning, this is the day, this is the shift. Stay until the end, do not walk away. The final seal is coming, and your story will not remain the same. And if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10, but listen closely now, because this next part carries a heavier weight than the words before it. Michael says, they are authorized to do more now. The chains that held your legacy in delay, have been cut loose. And what once hesitated in the spiritual, is finally free to move toward you in the natural. The blessings that couldn't reach you before, because of fear, interference, or timing, are being delivered through heaven's own hands. Do not let small minds or doubtful voices convince you this is coincidence. This is alignment, this is design, this is promise unfolding in real time. Now here comes the practical wisdom, heaven insists you hear. When a sign appears, document it. Guard it, treat it like treasure. If it's a text, keep it. If it's a call, write the name and time. If it's paperwork or money, make copies, organize what comes, and move with steady grounded wisdom. Heaven releases miracles, but humans must steward them. Handle what arrives with care, discernment, and humility. And when night settles over you, speak these words softly. Lord, I receive what you have prepared, I hold nothing back, I forgive what needs forgiving, I step out of patterns that keep me small, I choose your path. Say it slowly, let each sentence lift the dust off your spirit. Heaven meets boldness with clarity. Michael leans closer now, his voice low and steady. You are a chosen vessel. Not everyone will understand the weight you carry, or the path you're stepping into. Some may grow jealous, some may distance themselves. That is why heaven wrapped this miracle in quiet, protect its early stages. Don't place your blessing in public, before its roots are deep enough to withstand wind. Let the miracle grow in your hands, not in the hands of curiosity or gossip. Here comes another strong hook, relationships will shift with sudden clarity. People who pretended loyalty will reveal themselves, others will fade out of your path, because they no longer align with your elevation. And then helpers will appear, unexpected, steady, aligned. The exact person with the exact key will step forward, when the door is ready to open. Heaven's timing arranges people like pieces on a board. If fear rises, don't submit to it. Speak against it, say aloud, I step into what is mine, I accept the miracle given to me, I will not return to the old storyline. Say it until your spirit stands taller, you weren't built to shrink, you were built to rise. But remember this deeply, miracles don't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes the miracle is a single paper that changes everything, sometimes it is one honest conversation, sometimes it is waking up one morning without the weight you carried for years. Do not confine God's movement to your expectations, expect something tailored, something shaped exactly for your life. Michael says, watch closely for confirmations in the next 48 hours. Not with anxiety, but with awareness. When you see a sign, step into gentle obedience. Obedience is heaven's currency, small acts, small shifts, small yes. Every obedient step pulls the miracle into clearer view. Humility is required here, receive with gratitude, not pride. Give credit to God, to your angels, to the people who stood beside you quietly. Gratitude multiplies what arrives, pride fractures it. And if you feel tempted to prove your progress, don't. Proof is wasted breath, let God's timing be your evidence, let the results speak without you forcing them. Some of you will see financial movement, cleared debts, unexpected release, a deposit you forgot you were owed. Some will feel relational alignment, a reconnection, an apology, a voice returning with peace. Others will feel physical restoration, strength returning, clarity coming, rest that repairs. And some will witness legal clarity, or truth surfacing in ways that restore what was shifted unfairly. No matter the form, your miracle will point straight back to the voice you heard in your spirit. Michael's final instruction in this part is razor sharp, when the miracle arrives, use it to lift others. Secure your home, yes, strengthen your foundation, yes, but bless those who stood with you. Plant seeds that outlive you, legacy is never one-sided, heaven gives so you can multiply. Stay close to these words, keep breathing deeply, keep your hands open and your heart soft. Your miracle is not distant, it is already moving in your direction. Do not close your hands now, receive, guard, steward, multiply. And now another revelation unfolds, Michael says, because they stayed, because they listened, the gates remain open. Your persistence is the signal heaven responds to. That stirring in your chest, that warmth rising, that sudden clarity. Those are the ripples of angelic presence. Don't ignore what your spirit recognizes before your eyes can see it. God whispers, they were never behind, they were never forgotten. Every delay was protection, every redirection was strategy. And now I give them a yes, that will echo beyond this season. Not a small yes, a transformative yes. A yes that turns locked doors into open gates. Michael smiles, because he sees the release already unfolding. This is the shift they prayed for, he says. This is the miracle they feared might never come. But it came, it's here, you're standing in the middle of it right now. Do not shrink your expectations to match your past wounds. What comes now is not replacement, it is restoration. Restoration arrives bigger, brighter, fuller. The beauty of what enters will feel overwhelming, only because the weight you carried was so heavy. And pay attention, because in the next stretch of days, small signs will surface like stepping stones. A name repeating, a number appearing again and again, a conversation echoing words from this message. These are not accidents, they are alignments. They are confirmations that the atmosphere around your life has changed, and heaven is moving in ways that your eyes are only beginning to detect. But stay with me now, because what comes next carries a deeper weight than everything before it. These signs you've been noticing, those repeated moments, those familiar sensations, are the fingerprints of heaven on your life. And when they appear, pause for a breath, and whisper gently, I receive, I will not doubt, I will not fear, I will not skip what is meant for me. Say it until your spirit steadies. Faith isn't noise, faith is alignment, a quiet shifting inside you. And when you align, the path ahead opens in ways you didn't expect. Now hear this with an open heart, your loved one, the one whose absence aches like a bruise that never fully healed, is rejoicing in this moment. Their presence isn't distant, it's close, soft, and familiar. They pushed for this message to reach you, they hoped for the day your heart would be strong enough to receive clarity without breaking. And now they whisper, finally. They see, they believe. If your eyes sting, or your throat tightens, let it happen. Those tears are a cleansing, proof that love stretches beyond time. Michael speaks firmly, the enemy tried to bury their influence. But God revived it through this message. Those signs you've been sensing, songs that play at perfect timing, dreams that feel too real to dismiss, sudden memories that return with warmth. Those are gentle reminders that love doesn't vanish, it transforms. It continues to guide you in the ways only your heart understands. Your angel stands beside you, holding a scroll. On it are written promises that waited for your spirit to reach this moment of readiness. These lines represent identity, resilience, breakthroughs, and growth. Nothing can erase them, not rejection, not loss, not delay. Today that scroll is opened, not with theatrics, but with calm authority. But here comes a test, Michael wants you to recognize. You will feel the urge to rush ahead, to announce what you sense, to share excitement before it settles. Resist that. Miracles grow quietly at first, they root deep in silence before they rise into sight. Protect this moment like sacred fire, let your blessing strengthen inside you, before the world witnesses it. And listen to these words with your full heart. God says, your name is safe in my hands. Your path is wrapped in light. What has begun will continue, just believe long enough to see what is unfolding. So breathe, stay steady, stay open. The most meaningful part is still ahead. Michael steps forward, his voice edged with clarity. They waited long, they cried long, they fought long. Now let them hear what was always meant for them. That trembling in your chest isn't fear, it's awakening. Your soul is stretching, rising into alignment with something long prepared. You are stepping into a chapter that was written before you knew to ask for it. You were never cursed, never forgotten, never abandoned. The heaviness that tried to make you believe otherwise wasn't truth, it was the echo of doubt. God says, I never stepped away, I was building you, shielding you, shaping you. And now it's time for what you carried in silence to rise into visibility. Michael's voice sharpens, tell them the hardest fight came because the blessing was closest. That's why the last season felt unbearable, you weren't breaking, you were transitioning. The pain was the signal that something powerful was nearing, and now the reward stands at your door. Think of the nights you whispered, I can't keep going. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still reaching. Do you realize the strength required to get here? Heaven recognizes that strength, heaven honors it, heaven places blessing upon it. But understand this clearly, the blessing is not just for you. It ripples outward into the lives of your family, your children, those who will come after you. Where the line behind you carried burdens, the line ahead of you will carry breakthroughs. The chains they lived with become the crowns you hand forward. And now the truth sharpens, someone close to you carried envy. They spoke softly, acted kindly, yet their intentions were not aligned. Michael saw it, heaven shielded you from the harm their hidden motives could have caused. And God says, the truth will rise. What was whispered behind you will come into light before you. Don't fear the exposure, it will free you. Good, you're still here. And because you stayed, the message reaches its deepest point. Your loved one, the one your heart aches for, steps closer in spirit. Their voice is gentle, trembling with emotion as they whisper, I saw this day before I left. I prayed for this guidance to reach you. And now you finally hear it. They glow with pride, because they see your strength differently now, clearer, brighter, fuller. Let the tears fall, they aren't weakness, they are recognition. Proof that you're touching a truth greater than memory, a truth that belongs to your spirit. They were never gone, they simply shifted form, and now stand closer than ever. Michael says, this connection is holy, guard it, believe it, receive it. Don't let doubt erase what your spirit knows to be real. This is a moment carved especially for you. Now hear the next instruction with clarity, in the upcoming days, not as a prediction but as a symbolic rhythm, expect alignment. Expect conversations that reveal truth, opportunities that feel strangely timed, names or numbers that echo through your day. These repetitions aren't accidents, they are reminders to stay centered in your growth. Heaven says, stop measuring your life by what hurt you. Start measuring it by what is unfolding before you. The old chapter is closed, the new one breathes beneath your feet. And Michael raises his sword, not to fight but to illuminate. Light spills forward, stretching across the path you're stepping into. And he declares with certainty, their miracle is unfolding. Their path is solid. Their name is written in light, and nothing can erase it. Stay close, do not walk away now, the most important revelation is still rising. But listen closely now, because the greatest truth, the one your spirit has been leaning toward this entire time, is still coming. My beloved child, the simple fact that you are still here matters more than you realize. Your presence is a declaration, I will not be moved, I will not be fooled, I will receive what heaven ordained. Your endurance is its own testimony. Michael says, because they stayed, heaven can trust them with deeper mysteries. Because they remained, more will unfold. Do you feel it, the subtle warmth rising from your chest into your arms, the soft shift behind your ribs? That is not imagination, that is your spirit expanding, making room for what is approaching. Open your hands, as if opening your heart. Not gripping, not begging, simply ready. Your blessing won't fall all at once, it arrives in steps. First a sign, small but unshakable. Then a louder confirmation. Then provision strong enough to silence doubt. This sequence is not delay, it's strengthening. And Michael whispers a warning you must hold close, a choice will appear that looks good but carries no peace. Do not accept the cheap substitute. Not every open door is a divine one, some opportunities bring applause but drain truth, offer speed but take your center, promise success but cost your soul. Say no to anything that confuses your spirit. What comes from God carries peace like a garment, if chaos comes first, let it pass you by. A legacy waits ahead, old papers, old promises, old truths that were once hidden will surface with clarity. Something that was spoken quietly, or tucked away in shadows, will rise. When that moment arrives, do not rush to anger. Let heaven reveal what needs revealing, let justice unfold without forcing it. Your responsibility is integrity, heaven handles exposure. Do you remember all the times you felt unseen, unheard, unnoticed? Tonight heaven says, the unseen will become visible. Those who overlooked you will recognize your strength. Doors once slammed shut will open with steady clarity. Opportunities once lost will circle back with interest. This is not a trickle, it is a tide. One practical sign the angels placed before you, the number 7. On receipts, clocks, messages, wherever it appears, take a breath. Offer a quick prayer, not to chase miracles, but to stay aware of alignment. Record these moments in a sacred journal. These notes will become your anchor when doubt tries to return. Michael says, some will experience restoration through conversations they avoided. When the moment comes, speak truth with wisdom. Courage without wisdom can wound, wisdom without courage can delay healing. Set boundaries where needed, claim what is yours with dignity. Forgive where release is needed, not to reopen old doors, but to give your peace the space it deserves. My child, while you wait, heal the inside. Forgive so bitterness doesn't follow you into the next chapter. Resentment clutters the hands meant to carry blessing. Let go of what weighs you down, so your spirit can rise without resistance. There will come a quiet morning, or an unexpected call, when you realize the shift has already begun. Don't miss it, because you expected something dramatic. God's most meaningful work often begins with a whisper, long before it becomes a chorus. When the whisper turns into a melody, you'll understand why you had to move slowly first. Your loved one sends this truth gently: do not waste the grace of this hour. Live boldly, love bravely, choose the higher road. They do not ask for pain, they ask for courage. Let your life honor their love, by stepping into fullness rather than shrinking in fear. Michael instructs with steady clarity: when the miracle begins, act with stewardship. Save what arrives, document what matters, bless where you can. Miracles are not merely gifts, they are responsibilities. Treat them like seeds, water them, protect them, give them time. And don't be surprised when new allies appear out of nowhere. Sometimes heaven sends support through unfamiliar hands. Receive them with discernment, not suspicion. Test the fruit, not the face. Just because help comes from an unexpected direction, doesn't mean it isn't real. Now speak this aloud softly: I am ready, I receive, I will steward well. These words are not magic, they are alignment, a contract between your will and your purpose. When spoken with sincerity, they steady your spirit. Watch for reconciliation. Some connections may return with humility, clarity, or words long overdue. Not every return requires reconnecting, some require closure, some require distance. Pray through each one, let wisdom lead the rebuilding, or the release. Michael warns gently: do not let pride enter when the blessing arrives. Pride cracks what gratitude strengthens. Stay grounded, thank quietly, move wisely. When thanks comes first, growth becomes stable. When ego rises, blessings become fragile. The timing of your breakthrough may stretch your patience a little longer, but this wait is seasoning. It makes what comes richer, steadier, wiser. Heaven's cadence is precise, it arrives when your capacity to hold it has grown strong. Forgiveness is a final key: release those who hurt you, so your hands are open for the good that's approaching. Anger clutches chains, forgiveness opens space for crowns. When the confirmation comes, celebrate quietly first. Give thanks in private, ground your miracle in humility. When the blessing feels steady, share your story. Your testimony will be someone else's lifeline. My beloved, in the days ahead your sleep will feel different, lighter, clearer, more purposeful. Small doors will open with gentle ease, clusters of unexpected clarity will appear exactly when needed. Keep a journal close, because the smallest shifts often become the biggest turning points. But listen carefully now, because what rises next is deeper than anything spoken before. You have stayed, and that staying has weight in the unseen. Heaven takes note of endurance, heaven honors the ones who keep their spirit open. Michael says, they stayed, they listened, they remained. Now heaven can trust them with what comes next. And as these words settle inside you, something warm spreads through your chest. That gentle fire is your spirit expanding, preparing to carry a blessing bigger than the season that broke you. There is a reason your hands feel ready, as if something invisible is being placed into them. The miracle comes in phases, first a whisper, then a sign, then a truth that feels like a revelation. God sequences these moments so your faith grows with every step, not in one overwhelming leap. Do not rush the order, savor each confirmation, as if it were a precious note sent to guide you. Michael leans in and warns, they will see an option that looks good, but it is not theirs. Do not fall for the quick path that lacks peace. The enemy offers sparkles without substance, speed without wisdom, applause without truth. Say no to anything that unsettles your spirit. What is yours will never demand panic. What comes from God carries peace first, clarity second, confirmation last. There is a legacy rising from the shadows, something tied to your name. Old promises, old truths, old papers once forgotten. They will come to light in their time. Do not enter the moment with rage, enter it with steadiness. Let heaven reveal what needs to be revealed. You walk in integrity, and integrity attracts justice. Remember all the moments you felt invisible. Tonight heaven says, the unseen will be seen. People who dismissed you will witness your rise. Opportunities lost will circle back stronger. Closed doors will open, as if they were waiting for your return. This is not a drip, this is a wave. Watch for the number 7 on clocks, messages, receipts. When you see it, pause, breathe, whisper a prayer. Record the moment in a private journal. These glimpses are keys for you, not for the ears of doubters. Keep them sacred. Some of your restoration will come through conversations you once avoided. When the moment arrives, speak with clarity, not anger. Wisdom plus courage secures breakthrough. Set boundaries with grace, claim truth with dignity, forgive where your heart needs release. Forgiveness is not for them, it is for the miracle that cannot sit in a heart filled with resentment. As you wait, heal the inside. Release bitterness, the way you would lay down a heavy bag you no longer need to carry. Heaven pours into open, uncluttered hands. Freedom requires space. There will be a morning, simple, quiet, when you will feel the shift like a tiny click inside your spirit. Do not dismiss it because it's subtle. God rarely begins thunder loud. He starts in whispers, that grow into symphonies. When the whisper begins, recognize it, let it grow without forcing it. Your loved one steps close again, their presence soft as breath. They whisper, live boldly, love bravely, choose compassion when anger tempts you. They don't ask for grief to honor them, they ask for courage. They want you to rise into the life they always believed you could hold. Now Michael speaks with authority. When the blessing begins, steward it wisely. Save what comes, document what matters, plant seeds in good soil. Miracles are not just gifts, they are assignments. Treat what arrives as a seed meant to multiply in your future. Help will come from unexpected hands. Heaven sometimes uses unfamiliar faces to deliver needed pieces. Welcome them with discernment. Test the fruit, not the appearance. Your spirit will recognize what is real long before your mind catches up. Speak softly now, I am ready, I receive, I will steward well. These are not magic, they are alignment, your will joining with purpose. Watch for reconciliation opportunities. Some people may return with new humility, or truth. Not every return is a rekindling, some are closures, some are bridges, some are boundaries. Pray over each one, let wisdom guide the rebuilding. Michael's next caution is gentle but firm, when the blessing arrives stay humble. Pride cracks what gratitude strengthens, thankfulness stabilizes miracles, ego makes them fragile. Honor God in your words, and your actions. Let gratitude be your rhythm. The timing may stretch your patience, but remember, delay now is seasoning, not punishment. It deepens your capacity so the blessing doesn't overwhelm you when it comes. Heaven arrives precisely when you are ready to carry what is given. Forgiveness remains a vital key. Release those who wounded you, not to invite them back, but to free your spirit to rise. Closed fists cannot receive crowns. When confirmation comes, celebrate in private. Thank quietly first. Build strength before sharing your story. Your testimony will be light for someone walking in a season darker than yours ever was. In the next days, your sleep will shift. You will wake with clarity instead of confusion. Small doors will open with gentle ease. Unexpected understanding will arrive through whispers, not demands. Keep that journal near your bedside. Even a single sentence written in the morning can become the map you follow into the next season. Stay beloved, you are closer to the deepest truth than you've ever been. But listen, even closer now, because we're stepping into the part your spirit has been reaching for from the very beginning. The final secret has not yet been spoken, and the fact that you're still here, proves you were meant to hear it. This moment is not ordinary, your staying is the key that unlocks what comes next. Your presence is a declaration to the unseen, I will not back down, I will not surrender my peace, I will receive what was prepared for me. Michael says, because they stayed, because they did not run from the weight of truth, heaven can trust them with what's deeper. And as those words settle inside you, something shifts. A warmth moves through your chest, almost like your inner world is expanding. That sensation isn't random, it's your spirit clearing space for what is being delivered. Open your hands, not with desperation, but with readiness. What is coming needs room. Heaven works in steps, first the sign, simple, undeniable. Then the confirmation, clear, resonant. Then the provision, steady and grounded enough to settle your doubts. God sequences things so your faith strengthens piece by piece, not in one overwhelming rush. Do not trample the process by seeking speed, honor each layer of confirmation, as if it were holy ground. Michael whispers a warning, low and sharp. A choice will come dressed in convenience, but lacking peace. Do not take the imitation. The enemy offers shortcuts that cost clarity, applause without authenticity, opportunities that glitter, but empty your spirit. Say no, wait for the thing that comes with peace in its first breath. If chaos announces itself before the blessing, step back. A forgotten legacy is rising, old papers, old names, old truths. Things that hid themselves in silence will surface again. And when they do, do not rush into anger. Let heaven reveal motives, let clarity speak for itself. Your role is integrity, justice belongs to God. You felt unseen for so long. But heaven declares, the unseen will now be acknowledged. What once overlooked you, will turn toward you. What once denied you, will make room for you. This is not subtle movement, it is a tide pulling everything into alignment. Pay attention to repeating signs, especially the number 7. When it appears, pause. Let your spirit breathe, whisper a prayer, note it, keep a private record of the patterns heaven uses to nudge your awareness. These signs are for you, not for the ears of skeptics. Some of your restoration will come through conversations you avoided. When the moment arrives, speak truth calmly. Courage without wisdom wounds, wisdom without courage delays healing. Use both, set boundaries with clarity. Forgive where your heart needs release, not for the person, but for the freedom you deserve. My child, forgive the burdens that cling to your spirit. Release resentment like a weight you refuse to carry into the next season. Heaven pours into hands that are open, not into fists still clenched around old pain. There will be a morning soon, quiet, ordinary, when you will feel the shift unmistakably. Not as fireworks, but as a gentle internal yes. Recognize that moment, it is the whisper before the symphony. Heaven seldom begins loudly. It begins softly, strengthening you for the sound that comes next. Your loved one stands close, urging you toward courage. They don't ask for you to carry grief, they ask for you to live boldly. They want your life to honor the love you shared. Their voice is soft but steady, do not shrink when it is time to rise. Michael speaks again, firm yet compassionate. When the blessing begins, treat it as a seed, not a trophy. Save what comes, document what matters, plant generosity into the lives that stood beside you. Blessings grow in soil that is generous and grounded. New allies will appear, people you never expected. Bringing wisdom, support, clarity. Receive them without fear, but with discernment. Not everyone who arrives is an assignment, but some will be essential pieces of your next chapter. Test the fruit, not the appearance. Say softly, I am ready, I receive, I will steward well. These words are not magic, they're alignment. Speaking them commits your will to the path you're choosing. Reconciliation may knock at your door for some. Handle it with wisdom, some doors need reopening, some only need closure, some require boundaries and distance. Let your spirit discern which bridges rebuild, and which ones release. Michael's warning rises with gravity. Do not let pride touch your blessing. Gratitude is your shield, ego is the crack where trouble enters. Keep your posture humble and steady. Blessings settle better in hands that stay grateful. Your timing may stretch your patience, but delay is strengthening you. Heaven's cadence is intentional. It arrives precisely when your capacity is ready. Forgiveness is a final key you cannot skip. Release resentment, not because others deserve grace, but because your blessing deserves space. You cannot hold crowns with hands full of anger. When confirmation comes, celebrate quietly first. Anchor the miracle in gratitude. Once its roots are strong, let your testimony become light for others. In the days ahead, sleep may carry more peace. Mornings may feel clearer. You will notice small doors open gently, almost shyly. These subtle openings are the beginnings of something larger. Keep a journal, even a single sentence can become the compass for your next step. And now the truth deepens. Your miracle will not just change you. It will ripple into the generations that follow. You are the first link in a new chain. You are the turning point your bloodline prayed for without realizing it. Michael's wings glow brighter, as he declares. The battle was long, but the victory will be longer. The suffering was heavy, but the glory will outweigh it. Stand firm now, keep your heart open, do not walk away, there is still more to be spoken.